Hey everybody, Neil Thompson from Teach the Geek here. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to teachthegeek.com. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Every little bit helps. I want to talk to you a bit about feedback when it comes to presentations and getting feedback. Getting feedback is really important if you want to improve in public speaking or at giving presentations. But I want you to take feedback with a grain of salt. Let me tell you a story. When I was a Toastmaster, I was a judge for a Toastmasters competition, a speech contest. And there was two of us. There was two judges. I was one of the judges. The person that was giving the speech gave their speech. And then it was our job, the judge's job, to basically evaluate the speech. So what they did right and what they did well and what they could improve on. I focused on what the person said. Was the story that they told easy to follow? Was there a clear beginning, middle, and end? How strong was the end? How strong was the beginning? That type of thing. The person that was the other judge, he focused almost solely on nonverbal communication. And one thing that I didn't even notice was that the person who gave the speech, they were patting their leg with their right hand. This is something that the other coach or the other, what is it? What's the word? the other judge, something that he noticed. And I didn't even notice it at all. I was focused basically on solely really on what the person that was speaking was saying. Now that the person that gave the speech, they have a decision to make. What do they prioritize? Do they prioritize what I was talking about, the verbal part of their presentation, or do they prioritize the nonverbal? Because if everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. So you have to focus on one thing first. So that's what I mean when I talk about feedback and taking with a grain of salt. And not only that, but this is something that person has to determine themselves too. Do they take my feedback? Do they think that what I said was valid? Was there beginning and middle and end? Was there a clear beginning, middle, and end? Do they think that their beginning, middle, and end was just fine, and whatever I said about it wasn't valid? Or maybe with the other person who was giving the feedback on the nonverbal tics, I suppose, the patting of the leg with their right hand, is that something they really care to get better at? Just because one person said that's something you should improve doesn't mean that you should necessarily improve it. One other story I want to just share is the idea of getting conflicting feedback. This is also a Toastmaster story, funny enough. I was giving a presentation, and when I was done, the person who was evaluating my presentation said that I should improve my eye contact. Essentially, he said that when it comes to eye contact, you should look somebody in the eyes for 3 seconds before moving on to the next person. You have no clue how long 3 seconds is until you actually look in someone's eyes for 3 seconds. It seems like an eternity. Funny enough, there were other people who spoke to me afterwards who said they really enjoyed my eye contact. They thought I did great at it. So now I'm getting conflicting feedback. So what do I do with that? Ultimately, you have to run all feedback through your filter, whether it's conflicting feedback, whether it's what you want to prioritize first. You need to figure out what is it that you want to work on. And if you think that the feedback that you're getting is feedback that you want to work on, as I said, just because someone tells you to improve on something doesn't mean you have to believe them. That could very well just be their preference, but they don't speak for everyone. So essentially when it comes down to it, feedback, run it through your own filter to see if it makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, then leave it behind. And if it does, then implement it. Turns out that I actually did want to improve my eye contact, although there was no way in hell I was looking at someone's eyes for 3 seconds. I came up with another hack to get over that. And maybe I'll share that in another video. So just to recap, feedback, important to get. You don't get better at public speaking or giving presentations without taking others' feedback, but take it with a grain of salt. Run it through your own filter to figure out whether this is something you actually want to get better at. That's it for now. Again, Neil Thompson, founder of Teach the Geek. I work with technical professionals on their presentation skills, especially in front of non-technical audiences. You can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. And always, remember to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Every little bit helps. Thanks. Have a great day. Stay safe.